couple of weeks ago I made a reaction to Russell Coight's All Aussie Adventures. Really enjoyed the comedy, and someone asked me to make a reaction to this. It's Russell Coight on Rove Live, and I googled it. I believe Rove is like a chat show, an Australian chat show, but I don't know much about it, so tell me more about that. But let's check out Russell Coight on this.
But first, let us welcome to the show. You know him from his All Aussie Adventures. He is a legend in this country. He's been touring the big brown land, and he's back now to tell us all about it. Welcome the one and only Russell Coight.
Like fully in character as well.
Show us the whip skills again, if you don't mind.
Can I do it down here?
That could be dangerous.
Out of harm's way would be great.
Yeah.
I actually have got the world record for more cracks in 10 seconds than anyone. Would you like me to show
Crack
you?
away.
Okay, here we go.
Crack away.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Russell Coight, everybody.
Actually, had quite good technique there.
How you doing, Russell?
Good, thanks, mate. Yeah.
Great to have you here. An honour, if I might say.
Thanks very much.
Now, I must ask you straight off the top, is Coight your real name?
It is my real name, Rove. It's actually Dutch. It's a Dutch word meaning wide circular opening. Given that I'm from the
People
big
told me
brown
what it
land,
means.
it's sort of apt that I've got a name such as Coight.
Yeah, yeah. Apropos.
Yeah.
Now, you've been, of course, touring around with the All Aussie Adventures.
Yeah.
Do you find now that you're back from the adventures that you just get mobbed on the street because you're a big-time star now, Russ?
Well, the amount of times that people have walked up to me and said you're a Coight is, I would like $1. I can tell you now, but yeah, I get recognised all the time because people, they love me.
Yeah.
And they're happy that I'm out there because it's guys like me that are making the outback safe for people like you to go out there, because you know that if you're out there in trouble, I'm going to save you.
Yeah, well, I would struggle. What would you say is the major problem a lot of people have when they go out in the bush, Russ?
I think survival. You know, this... I think this game show, whatever it's called, Survivor.
Yeah, Survivor,
I actually consulted on that show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And I gave him a couple of ideas. I said to him, you should kill a pig, and that went down very well.
Yeah.
And, I said you should get yourself some coral. And both of those ideas, I think, got a lot of publicity.
Yep.
And thank God there are people out like me spreading the word of the outback.
Now, do you prefer to take a back seat in a consultant form like that, or be out there, as you are with the All Aussie Adventures, out there in front of the camera?
I'm a hands-on type of guy.
Yeah.
I like to get amongst it, I like to get my hands dirty, and I think that's the only way. If you're going to be an outback man, you've got to do it in the outback way.
Yeah, exactly. Now, you have been talking about being an outback man. You're talking about some of the problems people have. Now, I'd like to show a clip from this week's All Aussie Adventure.
Yep.
Set the clip up, if you would.
Well, this week we're lucky enough to get 3 city kids who have never been to the bush, and we take them up into the Victorian high country for a week of the sights, the sounds, the smells of a beautiful part of the world.
Yeah,
and
you're a good man. You're a good man.
And well, these kids are normally out, vandalising things, and these kids are lost, and I'm setting them straight.
Yep.
And I think what we're seeing here is a clip where we stop over and I teach the kids how to help someone who's, I think their car might be bogged.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's just have a look at that now.
Up here, recovery equipment is not just a necessity, it's a must. I hate to think what would have happened to these two amateurs if we hadn't come along.
I knew that was going to happen, man.
I'm not sure that was meant to be. I don't get to see the show. I produce it. And I don't cut the show.
Well, because I was going to say, a lot of the stuff that comes out in the All Aussie Adventures...
Have you seen the show? I've not seen the show.
I have. Oh, yeah, I see. Is
Yeah.
that the problem? Because sometimes, I must admit, you're not portrayed in the best light, Russell.
What are you saying?
Well, I'm just saying, sometimes it seems that whoever is behind this, whoever's producing it, who's ever making it, I know that your Big Crack Productions are involved,
Big Crack
you're coming off looking
Productions.
like a bit of a goose at times, I'm
Let's
just
get
saying.
a couple of things straight here, my friend. Things go wrong out there. I don't always get it right, and I'm the first to admit that.
Yeah.
Okay? And what we saw there, okay, it was a mistake. But the guy is now safe and sound.
Yeah. car's back on
Back
the car.
on, yeah,
The
and
car.
everything's taken care of. There was a small court case, no big deal. You know, I say drop it. I mean, this annoys me. I've got a theme park up there up in Queensland,
Yeah.
and I do the whip cracking. Now,
Yeah.
you know, one little kiddie goes to hospital. You know what I'm saying? I said, don't move, and he moved, and I crack him across the eye. He's doing fine now. This sort of thing annoys me. People want to nitpick. They want to make fun of you.
Yeah.
I'm out there doing the right thing by Australia, right?
Is it a tall poppy thing, do you think, because you are such a big celebrity?
Comes with the territory, I'm
Yeah.
afraid. And I guess you know. I mean, we had that trip. Where did we go?
We went up to Humpty Doo.
Yeah,
In the
that's
Northern
it.
Territory.
Up the Northern Territory.
Up the
there.
Northern Territory.
And I know that you know you enjoyed it up there. And,
I did. We really got hands-on. You know, you showed me how to wrestle a croc.
Yeah.
You know, granted it was stuffed at the time.
Yeah,
But no, it was an asthmatic one, which I really appreciated.
That's right.
Do you have any memorable moments? Like, it gets dangerous out there in the bush. Are there times where even you have stared death in the eye, Russell? Stared death in the eye.
There was a time a couple of years ago, and it upsets me to talk about it. I was off South Australia and I was in the water. I was scuba diving, and someone yelled out "white pointer," and I swung around with my gun, and my gun went off, and I shot Ron and Valerie Taylor, and got him like a shish kebab sort of thing, and Ron got very upset, and I was really frightened at that point in time.
Yeah.
Probably the most frightened I've ever been in the outback. But that was a very, very
frightened of the
scary
person.
Well,
He's
you know,
been shot.
you got to wound him. If you wound him, that's trouble. You just
That's right.
That's like an
I wanted to put him down because put him out of his misery, but
You might.
Valerie wouldn't have it.
Otherwise, let's say.
Yeah.
Now you've actually brought in
Why did they
an
put
animal
him down?
to show us, I believe,
Now,
from
where is-
the outback.
Yeah, here this is a little a bush bandicoot, and
bush
and they're nearly extinct. But I've been working with the conversation department to make sure that they're.
Right, gotcha.
Look, we'll just leave him down there.
Oh, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Thank you, Russell.
The difficult thing for actors is to keep in character. I always think that guys like that, I mean, like Sacha Baron Cohen is a master of that, like Borat, Ali G, staying in character in live situations. It must be so tough, but again, Russell Coight, really enjoyed. I love the character, man. So funny, and actually, that was just as funny as I found the show. And again, as I said, it was live. Rove seems like a very good interviewer. Had the chemistry, the banter with him. Could keep that, keep it going and keep it humorous as well. Recommend some other moments from Russell Coight, and even maybe recommend some from Rove as well if you enjoy his interviews. Was there any famous interviews that he's done? I might check them out soon as well. But that was good stuff, man. Thanks.